Richard, thank you so much for having us down. We've been honored to be with the Move team for quite a while now. Could you quickly share with us a little bit what Move is all about, what you do, and what you're passionate about?
Yeah, so at Move, we enjoy helping customers with their disability needs and modifying vehicles to help them gain their freedom and put freedom back into their lives. This unit that we're in here, this is a medical transportation unit. We've developed that through the COVID years and increased the line of flexible vehicles so our clients can cope with any emergencies that arrive in passenger transportation.
Can you tell us just briefly a little bit of the different types of specific clients that you're dealing with that you help out?
Yeah, so someone like a health region will come to us and say they need to put vehicles on that are transporting individuals for like dialysis treatment. So that's a big one for us. And the First Nation communities that are very rural, they'll have different, very specific requirements. We do a lot with the rural municipalities where they want comfort and they want flexibility because they don't know what they're transporting day by day. Their needs change. We do a lot of work with the towns and the cities in developing their on-demand transit systems in the vehicles that we provide.
What would they be missing if you weren't here to help them?
Yeah, it's a good question. I actually asked that of a client. We were working in a very difficult situation. We were competing with a vehicle that would carry more passengers. And I asked them, so do you feel you would be missing anything when you go to a smaller unit? And they said no. What they might be missing is the occasional transportation of perhaps a larger number of people. Since COVID has come, that's really moved away, and they're all about taking care of people better, moving smaller groups of people so that they give the individual care rather than a larger bulk of people.
I've been honored to be engaged with the Move team for a number of years, and from my perspective, I know they're a group that is highly focused on others, very caring, really making sure that accessible transit is available for everybody. Another question for you. A number of years ago, you and I started working together. Could you tell me a little bit about what you were going through at the time? What did your organization look like, and why did you and I originally start talking?
Yeah, so back when we started, I felt that I could manage a sales team and coach a sales team on my own, or maybe with in-house experts, but quickly realized that you'll get a company to a glass ceiling, and then you can't break through that ceiling. And for us, that ceiling was 5 million, and we couldn't get past it. It seemed to be very, very challenging. So I took a look at all the areas of the business and saw that the sales team was the one area where we could bring in external support of quality education, training, rehearsal, so that when you come up against the difficult sales situations, you go back on your training. I liken it to the US military. They do a lot of training up front, and then they're there when they're needed. And that's what the Move team is really now. I can truly say that we can answer the questions of clients, and we'll be honest. If we say we can't do a particular item because it doesn't fit with our vision and values, they're trained to help the customer, but then help them realize that there's a better way of doing things, which we didn't have before.
What kind of changes have you seen in the team, in specific people, in your results since we started working?
A big one for me would be structure and accountability. Those two things go together. They hold themselves accountable. We have solid KPIs. They want to achieve. They want to learn. And I think more importantly, they hold themselves accountable. I believe on the philosophy that good people don't need to be managed, and they're holding themselves accountable through what we call Sandlerisms of the way, and applying those into the Move sales process.
Your company continues to grow. You keep on doing new things. Any chance you'd share with us kind of where you're at these days?
So yeah, definitely the company does continue to grow. I don't think it's any secret, but we went from 5 million to 10 million and got stuck. And we went through another very specific program, and now we're heading up to, we want to be a well over 100 million company in 5 years. So we've got very aggressive growth path. What it's done to the company though, with the team, the sales team, has given us confidence that really we can handle many difficult projects because of the backbone of the training of what Sandler's given us.
I appreciate all those insights, and if we were just kind of to close it off, if you had to pick one favorite thing that you've learned from Sandler, either a behavior, an attitude, or a technique, what would that be?
Attitude is everything. How you turn up at work is everything. And I think if we have the belief in the system, we'll get the results. But you have to have the internal belief, and the attitude has to be there. And Sandler trains you in having the belief and the attitude.
I appreciate being part of the team, and I appreciate engaging. Thank you very much for sharing a little bit of your story.